The stock market took a hit today after President Donald Trump announced big increases on tariffs on imported goods around the world. Since they went into effect, global markets are plunging, and Wall Street is not immune to that. Our 21 News at 5 financial expert Chris Mediate is here to share his reaction. Chris, when and if do you think the markets will stabilize upon learning of this news this week?
You know, buckle up. Volatility in the near term is here. There's no question about it. I mean, all this policy uncertainty, all this tariff talk, Lindsay, has definitely put pressure on the markets. Investors are worrying that growth is slowing. We're starting to lose some momentum in the economy, and that's why the S&P's down. The tariffs conversation doesn't help, especially in the current environment we're in. So there's going to be a lot that we're going to need to watch as we go forward. But again, this is all about looking at, okay, what's coming next. Again, always remember, markets don't like uncertainty. So the more uncertain news. Now, the part of the good news was at least we know what the policy tariffs are going to be. So the market can kind of digest that. And now we're going to start moving on to some economic growth data that we're going to wait and see. So again, I think it's going to be very volatile. Let's just say that in the near term, Lindsay.
And reacting to Wall Street today, the president says the markets and the stocks will boom, and we're clearly not seeing that now. So what could he be referring to? Is he talking long game? And do you believe that that is going to be the approach that they continue to stay with unless they see more pushback?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think this is a long game. I think, that's the idea. Remember, let's be real here. When we look at the economy, we look at the stock market, we all have to digest this. This is not short term. So new policy, new administration, new changes. Again, the more uncertain it is, the market doesn't like it. So I think what President Trump and the administration is looking to do is kind of bring some stuff back here, make it more dependent on us. He's feeling very strongly that his decisions, Lindsay, in the long term are going to benefit the United States economy considerably, and I think that's what he's banking on. So he said this. He's not worrying about what goes on in the market short term. They call this just volatility. So again, we're going to wait and see.
Real quick, which sectors do you think might perform the worst in the days and weeks ahead? And also, what do you do if you're someone with a 401k watching your investments in your portfolio and you're a little worried?
Yeah, I mean, sectors going forward, I mean, the mega cap tech, I think that's been big. I mean, that's been driving the news. We've all heard about the Magnificent Seven now for the last 2 years. I think that is going to be an area that, as we saw the NASDAQ today, I think that's going to be an area that's going to potentially struggle through this simply because of how tech heavy is related to what goes on in Asia and overseas. And then what I tell people, and look, let's be real, this is part of investing. You know, we need to stay calm. These are actually, this is what I'm telling a lot of my clients, these are opportunities. When we see dips like this, we see valuations down, especially as high as the market has been over time. You're going to find some value in some of these stocks as we go forward. You just want to be patient and you want to invest for the long term. Remember, that's why we're doing this. Retirement is a long-term game.
All right. Yeah, you say, you got to play that long game. So we're heeding your advice, and we'll watch to see, in the news every single day. We're getting new updates on this one. So thank you, Chris, as always, for your help.
You're welcome. Thank you,
Yeah,
Lindsay.
We're still going to talk tariffs after this. Next, Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose joins me here to share how local students are learning how to use their voice on important elections and issues. And we get into politics and much more. Stay with us.